Hello, my loves. Welcome. I'm hoping the comments work today. So as you hop on, if you're live, please comment below. Let me know you're here so I can say hi and know who's here, and also so I can see if the comments are working. And if you're catching the replay, of course, say hello on the replay as well, so I can come back and say hi to you later. So something I talk about a lot in my posts lately is writing your own rules. Freedom is something that's always been extremely important to me. I've always been someone who was like, had all the potential in the world, but was a horrible employee. I shouldn't say horrible because I really tried, but I was just one of those people who could never stick to a 9-to-5 job. Hello to whoever's hopping on. If you can say hi in the comments, let me know you're here, and I'm hoping they show up for me today. So I've always been someone who didn't do well with authority. I didn't do well being told what to do. I always hated hierarchy, those kinds of things. But I really struggled for many years to actually fully step into my power and give myself permission to write my own rules. And I see this happening a lot in the online space, especially with coaches and mentors. And actually what I want to finish saying about that is what that did, because I didn't do well with authority. I didn't do well, having someone micromanage me and tell me what to do, but I wasn't giving myself permission to write my own rules. So it kept me really stuck in this uncomfortable position for many years of like knowing I was made for more, knowing I was capable for more, but like getting in my own way and self-sabotaging because I didn't fully trust myself. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say on that. And I see this happening in the online space with coaches, with mentors. I've even experienced it myself because in the beginning, I didn't really know how to run a business. And so I kept hiring all these business coaches, like looking for someone to give me the answer. And for those of you who are newer to my world, I'm a projector in human design. Now, I don't teach human design or anything. I teach you how to write your own rules essentially. But for me, I've learned a lot about that because it really helped me kind of validate myself and give myself permission of how I want to operate in my business. And for me, a lot of what's taught in these business coaching programs and the way we're taught to run a business is very masculine energy, and it's actually very misaligned for me and my energy type. And in the beginning, when I didn't understand this, I kind of had the story going on of what's wrong with me? Why can't I just buckle down and do things? Like, why can't I have the motivation and drive like I see other people having? And I felt really less than, and I felt wrong for wanting to do things my own way. And I just made the story that, I wasn't cut out to be successful. I don't have what it takes. And that's not true at all. So it took me a while of being in this really uncomfortable energy of like not wanting to do it other people's ways, but like not feeling like I could do my own way. And what this did was it allowed me to really dig deep within myself and uncover how I was blocking myself, how I was in my own way, how I was not trusting myself, how I was not embodying my work, how I was not giving myself permission. And as I worked through that, I naturally was led to my own way. And I'm sharing this with you, not that you need to be a projector at all. I'm just using that as an example. I'm sharing this with you because I see so many people feeling like they need to do things that are out of integrity in order to succeed. And what this does is it will, if you're doing this in your business, you will be able to get some sort of results, but you're never really able to relax because you're not doing it in a way that's natural for you. So it's not sustainable. It doesn't feel good. It's going to feel like a lot of effort. And what I want to talk about today is like the unseen component of that, because if you've been following me for a while, I work mostly with the energetic. We do the practical, we show up, we take action, but I always like to work with the energetic first. It's the most efficient way. We go straight to the root of what's going on. We address it energetically because everything starts energetically. And because of that, it's the quickest way, but it's also it's the only permanent solution, because when we're just trying to do things on the outside, if our energy is not behind it, it's not going to last. It's not going to work. It's not going to feel good. And you, my love, are able to run your business in a way that feels really good to you. And you need to really get on board with this though, and deal with whatever nonsense is in the way, whatever wounding, whatever limiting beliefs, whatever just ways you're giving your power away, subconscious self-sabotaging things, right? Because when you can get rid of that, you're going to find that your own natural recipe blueprint for success will be revealed to you, and it gets to be really effortless. But when you're busy following other people's rules because you think that's what you need to do to succeed, it not only doesn't feel good to you, and it's going to feel like a lot of work, it doesn't feel good to other people. And this is the energetic component. This is the unseen component. So it's like a double sabotage, because you're sabotaging yourself, because I guarantee you the whole reason you felt drawn to be into business, a big reason, is because you want freedom for yourself, and also because you want to help people. But if you are not living in integrity with yourself in your business, it's not going to feel like freedom to you. And other people can pick up on that misaligned energy, so you're actually limited in how many people you can help. And of course, this plays out in other ways, like your income, your health, all the things. We can touch on that either in this video, if that feels good, or another video. So I've seen so many people, just to kind of reiterate, just with all these limiting beliefs of how business needs to be done. Like, you need to have a Facebook group, and you need to get on sales calls, and you need to be doing lives every day, and you need to be hosting free challenges and all of these things. And there's nothing wrong with those things. Likely you're going to have some sort of combination of those things that feels really good to you. But where I challenge you to really get real with yourself is, where are you doing things just because you think you need to, not actually because you want to? And this is a lot of what I work through with the women I work with, if you're in my mastermind or if you work with me one-on-one, because there's a lot of emotional and energetic reasons why we do this. And I want to share a little bit of this with you to help you kind of just see this differently and understand maybe why you're doing it. So, sorry, my dog is barking. There's the siren. Give me 1 second. Let me get him. Ziggy, come here. Come here. Siren's going off. Good boy. This is my little dog. Okay, so let me get back on track. So I feel like we lost track a little. Hang on 1 second. The reasons why you likely are doing this and being out of integrity, not on purpose. So, right, sometimes people teach things that they really don't believe. They just teach what they think they should teach because they just care about making money, and there's no integrity there. I'm not speaking to those people. Those types of women typically aren't drawn into my world because it's not an energetic match. What I'm talking about is like people with good hearts who want freedom for themselves and they want to make a difference, but they're doing these rules because there's a lot of fear, right? You don't really believe you can do it your own way, and there's often deeper emotional and energetic blocks and things going on with that. And again, that's my area of expertise to help you uncover that. But one of the reasons you do this is because you don't fully trust yourself. And there's a lot of wounding and programming behind that, right? That can be, times where you were told that you were wrong for wanting to do things your own way. Maybe you were gaslit, maybe whatever. There could be a million reasons why you don't fully trust yourself, right? But another big reason why people don't trust themselves and feel like they need to operate their business in a way that's actually not in alignment for them is because they're not fully embodying their work. And what I mean by this is, a lot of people operate kind of more just out of their head, out of the knowing, right? So you're like, oh, I know these spiritual concepts. I know this about manifestation. I know this about health. I know this about business, whatever, right? But it just stays up in the head. And you're not fully embodying it. You're not fully living it. You haven't fully become it. And so you don't actually fully have your energy behind it. When you're fully embodied in something, it's so easy to teach it. It's so easy to speak about it. Your energy's fully behind it, and people will just naturally be magnetized and attracted into your world. And this is where business gets to be really easy. Hello to whoever's hopping on just now. So this is the unseen energetic component. You get to really embody your work more. And so writing your own rules in business and in life, right? Like, I've done this in every area of my life. I did this when I was healing my body from an autoimmune, and I had a ton of food sensitivities, a lot of digestive issues. I had to rewrite all the rules. I spent years, like over a decade, trying all the other strategies, everyone's rules, and like nothing worked. I couldn't stick with it. I couldn't get my energy behind it. And when I just decided to be brave and courageous enough to really throw all of that out and really trust myself and really give myself permission to do what felt correct to me and decide how it got to work for me, things shifted, and they shifted really quickly. And like I said earlier, a lot of that was dealing with some of the deeper emotional and energetic layers, right? Like some of the wounding, some of the trauma, some of the beliefs and programming, all of the things. And it's the exact same thing with your business, right? It's writing your own rules is the way for you to really, really succeed. This is the way for you to create true freedom. This is the way for you to really blow up your business and expand your impact and your income. But it takes really trusting yourself, and it's going to require you to really step up and embody your work more. Now, women who have integrity, it's not that they're not embodying their work because they don't believe it. Hello, Christina, welcome. They're not embodying their work because they lack integrity, not the women in my world, right? Like, it's literally because sometimes we know this, we're operating off our head, but we're not fully embodying it, and we may not see that we're doing it, right? This can be in our blind spots. We may have misalignment going on energetically that we're not aware of, that's blocking us from fully embodying our work, from fully stepping into our power, from fully backing ourselves, right? And there can also be like self-sabotaging cycles going on because we don't believe we can do it, or we don't feel worthy of it, or we're afraid that someone else has the answers and we feel wrong for wanting to do it our own ways, right? There can be a lot of different reasons why. But here's the thing, when you are like having your business be one way and you need to be this person in your business, and then the rest of your life is different, and in these relationships you're one way, that is really leaking your energy. It's like it fractures your energy. It misaligns you. And when we talk about energetic alignment, what I'm talking about when I say that is I'm meaning having you be coming from this really whole, authentic place all of the time, no matter what. And when we give ourselves permission to really operate in the way that feels best for us, not just in our businesses, but in our lives, everything thrives. And that's the kind of integrity and the kind of energetic alignment that not only produces the physical results, it can be felt. And so attracting aligned clients will be a lot easier. You know, you're not going to need to be up in your head all the time trying to figure out, is this correct? Should I price it this way? Should I do this? No, you're just like operating from pure integrity, really trusting yourself, doing what feels right, writing your own rules, and things just flow. And then all of other people's limits, limiting beliefs, limits on how business can work, how much money you can make, how much you can charge, how many clients you, all those things don't apply to you anymore. And you create true freedom for yourself. And you really bring so much more to the table as a mentor. Is that Alexandra? Is that who's here? I think I saw your face. Some of the comments aren't showing. And people can really feel that, and that's such an expansive energy. Like, you really, I know some of the mentors I've worked with who've been the most beneficial for me are the ones who just gave me massive permission, right? I very quickly got myself out of coaching situations and programs when I realized that people were trying to tell me how to do things, because that was just limiting. And like I said in the beginning, I've always been someone who didn't do well with that. I've never liked authority. I've never liked rules. I've always hated it. I've always felt like they were stifling. I felt like I knew better, like I could do like better for me, not better for everyone else, but like I knew better what worked for me. But that requires really trusting yourselves. And I know that if you're in my world, it's because freedom is really important to you. I know that you have a business because you want to, one, create freedom for yourself, and two, have a massive impact. But it requires you to really step the F up and trust yourself. And that's not always the easiest thing to do. Again, like I said, because of what we got going on in our blind spots, some of the wounding, some of the emotional things, some of the programming, there's a lot of reasons why not. But this is what's required, in my opinion and my experience, to write your own rules and really succeed, is to really trust yourself. And you trust yourself when you back yourself first, right? Because I know for me, the things I can teach on, the things I can lead women through effortlessly are the things that I've become, the things that I got my energy behind so much, the things that I decided this for sure is like what I know. I can say this with integrity. I know I can help people with this because it's something I've embodied myself. And it's not, embodiment's not just this thing where you embody it once and it's done. No, it's like it becomes a way of life. It becomes who you are. And for me, the only way I can stay motivated and consistently do something is if it's something that's actually true to me. It's something that's actually in alignment with my heart and soul. And so these are the unseen components that all come together, that when you get this all in alignment, allows you to really create massive success and freedom in your business, in your health, in your life, in your relationships, in all areas. So that's what I wanted to share with you today about that. And I want to also share with you, I have done a little mini rebrand. You may or may not have noticed. So my signature program, Desire Queen, it's my mastermind, has been going through a big upgrade because I've been going through big upgrades. And of course, naturally, kind of in the spirit of this talk, you know, part of the integrity, the embodiment, the alignment is when I expand, my work naturally expands, and what I bring to the table and want to offer expands. And so along with the expansion of that came a new name. And if you're in my group, you notice the name changed as well. So it is now Wealthy Woman Revolution. And I just want to share with you why it's called that and a few details about the program in case you're interested in learning more, or maybe or have been seeing it and wondered what was going on with the updates. Let me see this here. Hello, Kristen. Welcome. So, Wealthy Woman Revolution. I have always been a rebel. Like I said, I've always stood for being free and living life on your own terms. And the women I'm here to lead desire that as well. And for me, wealth is not just about money. That's a big part of it, because that allows you to be really free. That's like an outer expression of the freedom you've given yourself inside. But it's health, right? When I started speaking up about how I healed my body from severe chronic pain, chronic digestive issues that turned into an autoimmune disease, the cystic acne I used to have, when I started sharing that, how I used to struggle with emotional eating, so many women started reaching out to me telling me, oh my gosh, I have the same thing and I can't figure it out. And especially as someone who's self-led, who really works on themselves, to have those things can feel really frustrating. You're like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why can't I figure this out? And that's actually part of my expertise, is helping you figure out what's going on energetically, because it's always something energetically. And when we can pinpoint that, that can shift and dissolve quickly. But you know, what I've realized, to tie that in with business, is this is also a symptom of running your business and your life in a way that's really misaligned for you and your energy. It shows up in your body. The physical is the last thing to manifest. Everything starts out energetically. So when our bodies are showing chronic symptoms, and all of those symptoms I mentioned, like hormonal imbalance, acne, bloating, IBS, digestive issues, autoimmune, all of that chronic pain is because of stress. And we get stressed because we're misaligned. And we're misaligned because we're doing things we think we need to do that we don't need to do. And we're doing that because we don't fully trust ourselves. And because of that, we're living out of integrity with ourselves. Not because we don't have good hearts, not because we don't have important work to do in the world, but because we don't believe that we can really, really succeed on our own terms. Because we bought into all of these rules and programming. And that will show up in your body. And as someone who struggled with all of those conditions for like close to 20 years, I know how painful it is. And that to me was not freedom. And as I started doing this inner work, all of the things started to heal on their own, and I realized that I was really onto something. And it really helped me understand how everything's connected and everything happens energetically. And it really showed to me in real time how important it is for me to live my life in integrity. I can't work a job. I just can't do it. I can't work a 9-to-5. I can't even do a contracting job where I've got, that's like wrong hours, doing something I don't love. Like, I literally am not available to do things that don't light me up. I'm not available to do things that drain my energy. I'm also a projector. I know I have less energy to like keep doing, but because of that, it's allowed me to really understand the energetics of this. And that's what I'm here to bring to the table. It doesn't mean you need to be a projector, but I'm here to help you find where you're misaligned energetically so that you get to work smarter, not harder, really maximize your time, and really essentially get out of your own way and write your own rules and Yes, you're a projector too, Christina. I think you've told me that before. I love it. So you understand energetically. Projectors really are here to help like usher in a new paradigm because we see things differently, and like in order, success is very important to us, but in order to succeed we need to learn how to really master our energy. I would say maybe everyone needs to learn how to master their energy, but for projectors, like, we will not experience any kind of success until we do. And that was my story. Like, I wasn't one of those people who could succeed and then was like burnt out. Like, I literally just like couldn't succeed until I really started paying attention to my energy. So that's 100% my gift and what I'm here to do. So to kind of like not go on too long of a tangent there, you know, Wealthy Woman Revolution, I'm not just here to help you make more money and run your and succeed in your business. I'm here to help you really anchor deeply into who the F you are and really own it and free yourself and write your own rules and really trust yourself, because you want to be free. It's not like having money just makes you like rich. That doesn't make you wealthy. Wealthy is having the health, and not just having the health and the body that looks good, like actually feeling good in your body, actually feeling free with food, not having all these limitations on what you can eat and can't eat, and this this inflames me, and this, like, no, it gets to be so much easier, but there's a lot of deconditioning that needs to happen. And I know because I did this like the hard way, but I got there and I know the shortcut now, and it's always energetics, and it's what you're believing, and that's going to affect your energy, and it's all so connected. And I see this as a big issue that women, especially women who are succeeding in their business, it feels like work. They don't trust it. They don't feel like they can step away. They don't feel like they can actually raise their prices. They don't trust that the clients aren't going to dry up and the money's not going to dry up. They don't likely trust themselves with food. There's a lot of women who are still having emotional eating issues. There are women who are like, no matter what they do, they're still having these chronic conditions in their body, and they're like, I can't keep going like this. And I get it. And you get to have it all, but it comes from really mastering your energy, and it comes from being willing to really trust yourself and really back yourself no matter what. But this is what's available to you. You get to write the rules. You get to thrive in every single area of your life, and it's so important, not just for you and the longevity and sustainability of your business and your impact and your legacy, but like just for your quality of life too. Let me read the comments here. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Ingun? She says, can also relate even if I'm a manifestor. Yeah, I'm just sharing the projector story because that was like my lesson to learn, and now it's like my gift to offer, and not just to projectors but to everyone. And I really see this is the paradigm we're moving into. We're moving out of this masculine based hustle, doing, only can receive based off of what we do. Like, that's so over, and the people who've created success in that way are finding it even more difficult to maintain that. They're either burning out or it's just not working, because collectively people are more intuitive, right? Like, we don't want to be sold to like that and have to be convinced and have to prove. Like, that's not the vibe. So whatever area you're feeling like you've hit a plateau, or like, you know, you're just like, I can't, no matter what I do, I can't really get fully ahead in this. I feel like I'm having to sacrifice. Like, this is where you get to go in and write your own rules and start taking your power back and start trusting yourself and start really backing yourself, and like really have your own back essentially, and really embody this and allow it to all flow and all come from a really pure, authentic space within you. Because what I know for sure, and what I can promise you, and it doesn't matter at all where you're currently at, it doesn't matter where you've been, what you've experienced, you have everything you need within you to succeed. You have your own perfect, unique strategy to thrive in your business, to thrive in your body and your health, to thrive in your relationships, to thrive in every single area. And it's not going to come from anything outside of you. It's going to come from you accessing it within you. And that's the work I do with the women I work with. I help you really learn how to trust yourself. I help you clear whatever's in the way of you even being able to see it, so that you really fully learn how to trust yourself, because that's the only way you're going to create freedom, like true lasting freedom and success. So that's why it's called Wealthy Woman Revolution. And I'll just give you some details about it quickly, and then I will link it. I'll link it in the comments once I hop offline. But this is a mastermind for women who are ready to really fully free themselves. They see that so much more is available. They understand this 5D new paradigm of like being able to have it all and do it with ease and receive with ease and joy instead of pain and all these rules. They see it, but they're doubting, or they're not sure how they're holding themselves back, and they're ready to shift quickly. This is for you. And again, I'll link below because there's more details on the page. You can check it out and see if it feels good for you. But this is a 6-week mastermind. You get content from me that you have lifetime access to, and then we do our live calls. So I work a lot with the nervous system to really help you rewire. Again, I go into more details about this on the page, so you can check it out. So the sessions are amazing. They are like healing, rewiring sessions. We go through, I help you pinpoint what's holding you back. It's beautiful, and I love the work I do. So that is the 6-week mastermind. There's a VIP option as well if you want messaging support. Also, for the VIP, you also get lifetime access not only to the content for Wealthy Woman Revolution, but also for emotional rehab. That is another one of my lifetime access courses that I absolutely love. That's like the foundations of what I teach and how to work through self-sabotage. It's a 4-step process I've created that helped me with all of my addictions and self-sabotage, and really clear that, because that's all trauma-based, it's all nervous system-based. So you get lifetime access to that as well if you do the VIP. Spaces are limited for that, and they're also limited for the VIP. So if you are interested in this, feel free to reach out to me. I will link it below. And I do have 2 spaces at the moment for one-on-one private mentoring. And if you are working with me one-on-one, you have access to the mastermind as well. And all of those details I will link. So I think that feels complete. That was everything I wanted to share. Does anyone have any questions or anything they want to add before I hop off? Let me see, make sure I didn't miss any of the comments. I think we're good. Yeah. So, my loves, to just close this out, I want to remind you, you absolutely get to have it all. And when you give yourself permission to be fully self-expressed, everything in your life will flow, and you don't have to sacrifice, you don't have to choose, you don't need to play by other people's rules, but it takes you really being willing to do this deep inner emotional energetic work and back yourself, because I can tell you no one's going to give you permission. Like, I'll give you permission, but like everyone could give you permission, but until you give yourself permission, it won't work. And the women I work with, the women who come into my world, are self-led. They're go-getters. They're like the little rebels. And it's time for you to really give yourself full permission to just go ahead and do it before there's anything outside of you to validate it. Because when you are a visionary, no one's going to be able to see your vision the way you do. But if you know in your heart you're here for more, if you know in your heart that there's a better way, if you know that so much more is available to you, I know you owe it to yourself to explore that and to start backing yourself and do your end to really clean up whatever's been holding you back, because the only one holding you back ever is you. So, my loves, thank you for spending some time with me. It's been beautiful to connect with you. I'll link everything in the comments below. And if this feels aligned and you would like to sign up, or you have any questions, you can feel free to send me a private message. Okay, have a beautiful day. I will catch you later. Bye.